Welcome to In Business, a series produced by Good Morning Belfast for the Belfast Area Chamber of Commerce. Meet business people, non-profit leaders, and others who work to make Belfast and Waldo County prosperous and vibrant. The Chamber of Commerce provides networking and training for businesses, strategies for new economic development, and promotions for attracting visitors to the Belfast area. Find out what's happening in business across Belfast and Waldo County, and meet the people who are making it happen.
Welcome. I'm Steve Ryan from the Chamber of Commerce, and I am joined today with Astrid and Steve Tangway.
Hi there.
Thank you for being with us. You folks and your businesses are multiple Chamber Award winners, so it's exciting to have you here. I'd like to turn it over to you and have you introduce who you are as people and business people, and also tell us about the various businesses you're juggling and trying to keep going.
Should I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Astrid, my husband Steve. We've been at Searsport Shores for 27 going on 28 years now.
And Searsport Shores is?
Searsport Shores is the campground, the campground. We're the ones with the mermaid on the billboard if you're going up Route 1.
Nice.
And we've been doing this. My mother decided she wanted a campground. They bought it. Steve and I said we want to be in, and we've been doing it since Memorial Day in 1990 something. Mm-hmm. We've managed to combine Stephen's passion of music and education with my interests in textiles and animals. My father's a wood carver, so there's a lot of art going on in our world. Mm-hmm. And that spun off into the Makers Guild of Maine, first with the event of Fiber College, mm-hmm. which is going into its 12th year. And that's about 50 classes, there's demonstrations, there's evening events. This year we have somebody coming from Bolivia to talk about traditional weaving. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And so it started out as a 3-day event, now it's a 5-day event. Plus it spins off into all sorts of things, like we're working on creating a fiber tool lending library that we hope will be a year-round program. We just brought on an executive director, so it's taking its own speed as we've added a bluegrass jam camp and an old-time music gathering the same weekend as Common Ground Fair.
The campground's located just 1 mile north of Moose Point State Park, right at the head of Penobscot Bay. There's over a quarter mile of beach. It's a 150-acre tract we put together over the years. It was the Morris Farm forever ago. The farm stand is across from the campground, and we host crosspatch farms at the farm stand. We have a separate walk-in tenting area on the ocean, which is pretty unique. So you park near the tent site, fill a garden cart, and bring your things over. Families they don't have to worry about the dogs cars and trailers and so forth. Mm-hmm. We did receive the first eco-friendly business award in Maine for our campground years ago. And we've tried to keep it to that way since. So you can wander the gardens, you can pick a little for dinner, have a beautiful spot for a large trailer or a small tent, and be in a predominantly wooded campground.
This is an amazing array of things that I guess have just evolved, and your ideas have come to fruition, and many have been very successful, clearly.
Well, we always had the intention of getting people to stay for at least 5 nights. Mm-hmm. And by keeping folks with us longer, we can get them to enjoy the whole area and the region. And that, I think, is probably one of the biggest keys to our success. That, and we always wanted to have that feel of the 1960s, when there were block parties and people getting together and knowing each other. Mm-hmm. But Stephen's done everything to make sure we've got Wi-Fi and all the 50 amp service that you need. So it's a good combination.
We do have a lot of international travelers. People come from every state in the country. But they're more active adventure travelers, so we offer hands-on things each day. We have an art studio where we host a professional artist every week. It ranges from wood carving, weaving. Every Sunday we do a clamming demonstration on Sears Island, which mm-hmm. we've been preserving and protecting those clam flats there. And this week, people were bopping in and cutting metal with my wife, Astrid. So there's always something to do.
That is super.
And Searsport is really growing and rebounding and doing some exciting things happening there.
Yeah, just tell us a couple of things about Searsport and where it's headed.
Well, Searsport is home to the Penobscot Marine Museum. We have a strong marine heritage. There's a new charter school in Maine is now set up and we'll be hosting the first students this summer at the campground as they initiate for this magnet school. It's an ocean-based theme, and there'll be a lot of education right on the water and in the intertidal zone.
You've got Maine Glacial.
Maine Glacial is a new seafood company. A local young man, Ross, has started up in Searsport. He's at the Old Jordan's restaurant.
Right. This is a lot. There's a lot, and we look for people to look you up and
Sure.
also look into Searsport.
And the coffee's always on and a little dark and strong.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
having us,
Thank
Steve.
you.
All right.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
The Chamber of Commerce provides networking and training for businesses, strategies for new economic development, and promotions for attracting visitors to the Belfast area.